Hello there, my friends. Welcome back to Timeless Wisdom, where we simplify life one small step at a time. If you're visiting for the first time, I'm thrilled you found us. Have you ever experienced this? You open your closet to find something to wear, and suddenly you're overwhelmed by a flood of clothes, many of which you haven't worn in years. Some no longer fit, others bring back a flood of memories, and a few leave you wondering why they're still there. I understand. At this stage, we crave simplicity, not stress. We want a closet that's like a comforting friend, uncomplicated, familiar, and filled only with pieces we adore and actually wear. Let's face it, decluttering can seem like a huge task, especially after a lifetime of accumulating belongings. But what if I showed you a method to streamline this process without feeling exhausted or remorseful? Today, I'll introduce you to a simple and effective habit that makes decluttering your closet effortless. No drastic cleanouts, no fear of letting go too much, just easy, manageable steps that lead to substantial results over time. So, grab a cup of tea, make yourself comfortable, and let's embark on this journey together. Oh, and before we start, if you enjoy tips like these, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Now, let's dive in. 1. One in, one out. The one in, one out rule is a simple habit for a clutter-free closet. Let's start with a habit that has completely changed the way I manage my closet. It's as simple as it sounds. Every time you bring a new piece of clothing into your wardrobe, you let go of one. It could be something you no longer wear, something that doesn't fit quite right, or even something you're just tired of seeing. You see, as we get older, our needs change. What was comfortable 10 years ago might not feel right today. And let's be honest, many of us grew up in a time when we were taught to hold on to things because we might need them someday. But studies show that holding on to too much actually creates mental clutter. In fact, researchers at UCLA found that cluttered spaces can increase stress hormones, making us feel anxious and overwhelmed without even realizing why. Think about it this way. Imagine you have a bookshelf filled to the brim with books. If you keep adding more without taking any out, eventually you won't be able to find the ones you actually love. The same goes for your closet. So before buying something new, ask yourself, do I love this more than something I already own? If the answer is no, put it back. This little habit makes shopping more intentional and keeps your closet from becoming overcrowded again. And here's a fun fact. Even the great Marie Kondo, the decluttering expert herself, follows a similar philosophy. She encourages people to keep only what sparks joy. Well, I say let's take it one step further. If something new sparks joy, let's make sure something else moves on to bring joy to someone else. 2. 30-second. Reset. The 30-second reset before bed is a small habit with a big impact. Now, let's talk about something that might seem small, but makes all the difference. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You come home, change into something comfy, and instead of hanging your clothes back up, you toss them over the nearest chair or onto the bed. Maybe you tell yourself, I'll put them away tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into the next day, and before you know it, you've got a mountain of clothes staring back at you. This is how clutter starts, not all at once, but little by little. And let's be real, bending down to pick up clothes or digging through messy piles isn't exactly easy on the back and knees these days. That's why this 30-second habit is so powerful. Every night before bed, take just half a minute to put your clothes where they belong. Hang up your jacket, fold that sweater, and drop that worn items in the laundry. It might not seem like much, but it stops small messes from turning into overwhelming piles. In fact, there's science behind this. Behavioral expert James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, talks about how small, consistent actions create long-term success. By doing this tiny reset every night, you're reinforcing a habit of tidiness without even thinking about it. And here's the bonus. When you wake up, instead of being greeted by a cluttered mess, you start your day with a calm, organised space. And trust me, that makes a world of difference. So tonight, before you climb into bed, give it a try. Just 30 seconds. You'll thank yourself in the morning. 3. Wear it or let it go. Let your closet work for you. Now let me ask you something. How many times have you stood in front of your closet, staring at your clothes, thinking, I have nothing to wear, even though your closet is full? If you're nodding right now, trust me, you're not alone. Here's the thing. Sometimes the problem isn't that we don't have enough clothes. It's that we add too many that we don't truly love or wear. That's where the wear it or let it go approach comes in. It's simple. Every time you wear something, ask yourself one question. Would I buy this again today? If the answer is yes, it stays. If the answer is no, it goes into a donation or repurpose pile. No guilt, no stress, just a natural way to let go of things that no longer serve you. Think about it like this. Imagine you're at your favourite store, browsing through the racks. If you saw this exact piece of clothing in front of you today, would you reach for it and buy it again? If not, why keep it? Psychologists say that decision fatigue is real. The more choices we have, the harder it is to decide. That's why having a closet full of maybes can make getting dressed feel exhausting. But if you slowly clear out the things you don't love, you'll start seeing your best pieces first, and picking an outfit becomes effortless. So next time you blow something out to wear, give this little test a try. You might be surprised how much clarity it brings. 4. Maybe bin. A gentle way to let go. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But what if I'm not ready to let go of something just yet? That's completely normal. Some pieces have sentimental value and others make us think, maybe I'll wear this someday. But here's the truth. Someday rarely comes. That's why I love using a simple tool called the maybe bin. It's a stress-free way to ease into decluttering without feeling like you're making a permanent decision too soon. Here's how it works. Take a small box, a basket, or even a bag, and place it somewhere near your closet. Anytime you come across an item you're unsure about, maybe it doesn't fit quite right, maybe you haven't worn it in ages, drop it into the bin. Then set a reminder to revisit it in a month. If you haven't thought about it or missed it, that's a clear sign it can go. This method works so well because it takes the pressure off. Instead of feeling like you have to make tough choices right away, you're giving yourself time to see whether you actually need that item or not. It's a gentle way to declutter at your own pace. The famous organising expert Peter Walsh Wood said, "Your home should be the place where your life happens, not the place where your stuff lives." And he's right. When we hold on to things just because we might use them, they end up owning us instead of the other way around. So try this simple habit. Set up a maybe bin, let time do its work, and you'll see how much easier it becomes to let go. 5. Go-to outfits. Make getting dressed effortless. Have you ever stood in front of your closet, staring at the racks of clothes and thought, what on earth am I going to wear today? You're not alone. Decision fatigue is real, and the more choices we have, the harder it is to pick something we actually want to wear. That's why creating a go-to outfit section in your closet can be a game changer. Instead of rummaging through piles of clothes every morning, you have a dedicated space for outfits that are comfortable, flattering, and make you feel your best. Here's how to set it up. First, go through your closet and pick out 5 to 10 pieces that you wear regularly. These should be the ones that fit well, feel good on your body, and work effortlessly together. Maybe it's a cozy cardigan, a pair of pants that never let you down, or a dress you always feel confident in. Keep these pieces together in one section of your closet, where they're easy to grab. The beauty of this method is that it cuts down on decision-making. Instead of standing there every morning feeling frustrated, you'll have a ready-to-go selection of outfits that you already know work for you. And as the seasons change or your preferences shift, you can swap pieces in and out as needed. Think of it like having a personal uniform, but one that's flexible and still feels like you. And many successful people, from Steve Jobs to Vera Wang, have relied on a simplified wardrobe to save time and mental energy. Why not take the same approach and make getting dressed the easiest part of your day? Give it a try and see how much more enjoyable your mornings become. 6. Shop your closet. Before shopping outside, rediscover what you already own. Now I have a little challenge for you. Before you even think about buying something new, take a moment to shop your own closet. So often, we convince ourselves that we need something new, a fresh blouse, a different pair of pants, a jacket that will complete our wardrobe. But the truth is, most of us already have plenty of great pieces hiding right in front of us. We just don't see them because we're so used to reaching for the same few outfits over and over again. Here's a simple way to refresh your wardrobe without spending a dime. Take out one piece you haven't worn in a while. Maybe it's a blouse tucked in the back of your closet or a pair of pants you forgot you had. Now challenge yourself to create a new outfit around it. Pair it with something different, add an accessory, or layer it in a way you haven't tried before. If you find that you still don't like it, then it may be time to let it go. But more often than not, you'll be surprised by how many new outfits you can create just by looking at your wardrobe with fresh eyes. This method isn't just about saving money, it's about appreciating what you already have. And believe it or not, fashion designers and stylists do this all the time. They don't always buy new pieces, they restyle what they already own in creative ways. So the next time you feel like you need something new, pause for a moment and take a second look at what's already in your closet. You might just find that your next favorite outfit has been there all along. 7. Keep a declutter basket handy, a simple trick for effortless decluttering. Let's be honest, decluttering an entire closet in one go can feel exhausting. That's why I always recommend keeping a declutter basket nearby. It's a small but powerful habit that makes letting go feel natural instead of overwhelming. Here's how it works. Place a basket, a bag, or even a designated box somewhere near your closet. Anytime you try on a piece of clothing and realize you don't love it anymore, maybe it doesn't fit quite right, maybe it's worn out, or maybe you just don't feel good in it, drop it into the basket right then and there. No pressure, no overthinking. Just a simple system that lets you remove items as you go. Once the basket is full, take a few minutes to go through it. Decide what's perfect, what might be sold, and what needs to be repurposed. This approach works so well because it turns decluttering into a gradual, effortless process, rather than a big, stressful event. Instead of setting aside an entire weekend to sort through your closet, you're making small, consistent choices every day. And over time, those little choices add up. Professional organizers swear by this method because it keeps clutter from creeping back in. It's the same reason grocery stores have a return bin for misplaced items. It prevents things from piling up where they don't belong. So, set up a declutter basket today and let it work its magic. You'll be amazed at how much lighter your closet and your mind feels. 8. Be mindful of emotional attachments, letting go without losing memories. As we get older, our clothes aren't just clothes, they hold stories. That dress you wore to your child's wedding, the cozy sweater that belonged to your late spouse, the jacket that reminds you of an unforgettable trip. These pieces aren't just fabric, they're memories. And that makes it incredibly hard to let them go. But here's something to keep in mind. Keeping too many sentimental items can make it harder to truly appreciate the ones that matter most. If everything is special, then nothing really stands out. So instead of holding on to everything, choose a few meaningful pieces to keep and find a way to honor them properly. One way to do this is by displaying them with care. Instead of stuffing that old dress into a closet where it gets wrinkled and forgotten, Why not hang it in a shadow box or frame a small piece of the fabric? If you have a collection of sentimental clothes, consider turning them into something useful, like a memory quilt, a pillow, or even a tote bag. That way, you can still hold on to the memories without letting clutter take over. Another simple trick is taking photos before letting something go. A picture can preserve the memory just as well, without taking up physical space. Decluttering doesn't mean erasing the past. It means making room for the present while still holding on to what's truly meaningful. So be gentle with yourself. Take it one step at a time. And remember, the best memories don't live in our closets. They live in our hearts. 9. Set a seasonal check-in. Keep your closet fresh all year round. Instead of waiting for that one big decluttering day that feels like a chore, why not make it a simple habit every season? Just like we adjust our wardrobes for the weather, a seasonal check-in helps keep our closets practical, functional, and filled with clothes we actually wear. At the start of each new season, take a few minutes to go through your closet and ask yourself 3 simple questions. Did I wear this last season? Does it still fit my life and body? Do I love how I feel in it? If the answer to any of these is no, it may be time to let it go. This approach works especially well for seniors because, let's face it, our bodies change, our routines shift, and what felt perfect last year might not be right anymore. Maybe you used to wear more formal clothes, but now you prefer easy, comfortable pieces. Maybe some fabrics don't feel as good on your skin as they once did. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop holding on to that coat from 20 years ago that you swear you'll wear again. Think of it like a tune-up for your wardrobe. Just like cars need regular maintenance, so does your closet. By doing this check-in every few months, you prevent clutter from creeping back in and make sure you're always surrounded by clothes that suit your life right now. So when the seasons change, take a little time for this simple check-in. You might be surprised at how much lighter your closet and your mornings feel. 10. Give yourself permission to let go. Make room for what truly matters. Now, this might be the most important habit of all, because at the end of the day, decluttering isn't just about making space. It's about creating a closet that serves your life today. And sometimes that means giving yourself permission to let go. We've all held on to things for the wrong reasons. Maybe it's a dress you spent good money on but never wore. Maybe it's a blazer from your working years, even though you haven't needed it in a decade. Or maybe it's a pile of just-in-case clothes for a lifestyle you don't actually live anymore. But here's the truth. Keeping something just because you spent money on it doesn't bring the money back. All it does is take up space, both in your closet and in your mind. I love the way author Gretchen Rubin puts it. If you don't use it, love it, or need it, it's clutter. And clutter isn't just physical, it's emotional. Every time you look at something that doesn't fit, that you feel guilty about, or that reminds you of a past version of yourself, it adds weight. Letting go is freeing. It makes room for the things you do love, the things that fit who you are now. So today, I want you to hear this loud and clear. It's okay to move on. It's okay to release things that no longer serve you. And it's okay to create a closet that brings you joy, ease, and confidence every single day. Letting go isn't losing. It's making space for something better. And I promise once you start, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Outro, wrapping up, simplifying decluttering. Remember, decluttering doesn't have to be a daunting task. By incorporating these small, manageable habits into your daily routine, you can transform your closet into a space that's lighter, more organized, and a true reflection of your current self. Start with small steps, treat yourself with compassion, and enjoy the decluttering journey. Which habit are you planning to adopt first? Drop a comment below. If you found this video useful, please subscribe for more straightforward, actionable advice. Thanks for tuning into Timeless Wisdom, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.